Hello, my YouTube friends. Welcome to the second ever edition of On the Grass with your pal, Dave Swerski. Now take a moment, take a breath. Then take a swig of your favorite fall beverage because football is back, my friends, for every weekend of the year through this calendar year and into the first few months of the next. It's the most wonderful time of the year, the burst. Once again, thank you for your support of this here exclusive YouTube series I'm getting going. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Do it right now and turn on that little bell to get the notifications whenever a new Swerski video hits. And if you're with me in the super fandom, drop a da burst in the comments below. Let's go!
The Bears played this Sunday. Real games are on the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So on today's show, we're going to go through all the NFL action that's happening here in week 1 of 2024. And I'm going to predict each and every game. And as the season goes along, I figure we'll see how my predictions hold up against reality. Now, my neighbor down the street did say that if I got enough of these picks right, there might be a special batch of brownies for me at the end of the season. So we got that to look forward to. And then after that, we're going to take a little look, as we will each week, at the toughest division in the NFL, the NFC North. Winter is coming, my friends. All right, first the predictions for week 1. Up first this weekend, we got the Chiefs and the Ravens squaring off on the first Thursday night football game of the season. This year ought to be a heck of a game to watch once the preseason rust is shaken off by both teams. Ravens now have Derrick Henry, but the Chiefs still got Mahomes and Kelsey and a coach with a wonderful stash. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one. Then we move from Thursday night football to the Friday night lights as the Packers take on the Eagles in Brazil, and the Packers will lose. And now the lightning round. Saints, Vikings, Bengals, Falcons, Texans, Bills, Dolphins, Seahawks, Chargers, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Lions, Niners. Now as for our beloved team, the Bears, they will be taking on the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, but you're gonna have to wait for my game preview and prediction on that one, my friends. Well, let's just say I got a good feeling. Bears. Now let's move on for a little bit deeper dive into the center of the football universe this season, the NFC North.
And winter is coming.
I did some research on this, and most writers and media types are predicting that either the Lions or the Packers will win this division. Bless their hearts. While this here superfan is not blind to the logic that may have been used in these here predictions, they clearly have not been viewers of the Hard Knocks and seen the potential of the team from the Windy City. But that's okay, my friends. Let them underestimate us. Let them think that we are a fringe playoff team this year. Let them think that Caleb can't replicate, or dare I say, one-up the success of a rookie QB last season by the name of CJ Stroud. Now, it is true that the Bears have not had a playoff win in 13 years now. Another hard truth, my friends, I know, but a truth nonetheless. But we will surprise a lot of people this season, and we will certainly snap that playoff win drought. Now, may I remind you that through the last 8 games of last season, we ended as the top scoring defense in the NFL. We were 5th in rush defense out of the last 8 games, and they started to take the ball away quite a bit. They also had the number 1 QBR against average for the last 8 games last season. Let's just say the Bears defense last season finished on a tear. Montez Sweat's arrival being a catalyst, to be sure.
But now we got Sweat.
And from what we've all seen in this preseason and from the Hard Knocks and the anecdotes from the practices from the media, I don't see any reason to think that they will be slowing down at all to start this year. And historically, when our defense takes the ball away and plays tough, our beloved team fares very, very well. The last Super Bowl appearance for the Bears in 2006, that defense was top 3 in points allowed that season. Just saying, when the wind starts a-whipping and the snow starts a-flying, and that Bears defense is making it difficult for people, that's when we've been successful in the past. And while I encourage most of the past to be wiped from your memory as we enter this season, I do think that's something to consider as we go along. So now let's move on to a couple of storylines I'm going to be keeping my old superfan eye on throughout the NFL as this season progresses. The Steelers QB situation. When will Justin Fields get his first start? We all know it's coming, it's just a matter of when. The Bills. How does Allen fare without Stephon Diggs and a new offense in Buffalo? Can the Chiefs repeat? And have the Chiefs receivers not named Travis Kelce learned how to catch the ball? Need I remind you, they actually led the league last year in drops. So we shall see. Can Brock Purdy continue to play well above his pay grade in year 3? Will the contract controversies in Dallas spill into the season and affect their record? Will they sign Dak for more or will they let him go? What about Micah? CD got paid, but it didn't feel like wine and roses through that negotiation from the outside looking in, so who knows? How about Jamar Chase in Cincinnati? Is he gonna play? Is he gonna get paid? It's 2 years before his contract is up, so is he right to hold out? It's very interesting to watch this play out as the season goes on in Cincy. Did the Packers really do it again after having Brett Favre and then Aaron Rodgers, and now they have another guy that could take them on into the future as being another great quarterback to compete against? We shall see. This superfan hopes it was a fluke, but that team is young and has coaching and scheme stability, and that is huge in this NFL. I'm glad we don't play them week 1 this year, I will say that. And lastly for today, can the Lions do it again and win the North? They went 12-5 in last year's regular season to dominate, although I do seem to remember us getting the best of them in one of those 2 games and coming very close in the second. They have weapons and stability and a lot of spats and scheme, but they have a new Bears team to contend with, and something tells me that they may have a thing or two to say about it this year. These are just some of the storylines around the NFL that I'll be keeping my superfan eyes on for us all. We will see how they play out as the season goes on. Stay tuned, my friends. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of On the Grass. Keep your eyes open for my game preview and prediction for our beloved team, the Bears, coming to you in a few days. And then I'll see you next week as we are hopefully celebrating our 1-0 start. Let's go! The Bears.